Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, June 15th, 2015, and I'm back in the United States. Oh, United States of America and Denny's. Pigs in a blanket. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back in the United States. And immediately I started putting on weight when I got back here because there's something, I don't know what the fuck is going on with our food. You know, you remember a long time ago they had that book, you know, why eat like a French woman, be a skinny bitch like the fucking chick over there in Paris, whatever it was called. The secrets of being a skinny bitch in Paris when you're drinking your juice in the hood. Whatever the book was called. It has nothing to do with it. Their food is of a finer quality. And, you know, they're constantly having legal battles with who's those fucking evil cunts? What the fuck is their name? The people who own the food, you know, Monsanto or something like that. Ah, Jesus Christ, shouldn't I know this? Monsanto. Hey, fucking Tony Monsanto, he owns all the fucking seeds over here. Yeah, they're constantly fighting them, being like, look, if you want to have your fucking genetically altered food over here, you have to put it on the label that it's genetically altered. And these cunts won't fucking do it, evidently, allegedly. That's what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing that they sue organic farmers, like they fucking plant their food next to... you know, at the property next door to the organic farmers. And then when the bees, like, cross-pollinate, then they sue the fucking organic farmer for fucking having some of their, some of their shit in their food. I don't even get how that works. It's like, well, wouldn't some of my organic stuff be in some of yours? This is like a Reese's peanut butter cup here. But they're bigger, so they sue them, and then they fucking win. So anyways, all I know is I really have to watch what I eat in my own country, and it's sad. Because I want to eat like a fucking animal, like I did overseas, you know, and I can still walk around and be a skinny bitch in Paris while drinking the juice in my hood. Is that asking too much? God bless America. Land that I love. You know, those people who like talk their way through a song because they can't sing anymore. Stand beside her and guide her through the light with the night up above. The band's still playing like da 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 da. He's like, from the mountain to the prairies to the oceans up above. God bless America. You know, he's throwing a little vibrato at some point. I'm in a dumbass mood. I'm still a little jet lagged. It's 4:53 where I'm at right now. I'm probably going to wake up my neighbors because when you live in L.A., you're that close. You're that close to your neighbor. So right now, my next door neighbor, she's probably lying there going like, who the fuck is singing God Bless America? Oh, God, it's like fucking 4:53 in the morning. You know, my wife watches that show with the ladies there whose dad is now a woman. And, you know, the ones out there in Colorado, you know, the way they fucking talk. I was sitting there, you know, and this was a pivotal turning point in me getting along better with my wife was I just gave into reality TV. And you know what I mean? I just dialed into my fucking inner Caitlyn Jenner and was just like, all right, I'll feminine it up here, right? I'll tuck the package between the fucking... I'll duct tape my balls and dick to my taint for the next fucking hour, and I will sit here and I will watch this horse shit. So I'm watching it, right? And the big one there, as Jay Lawhead calls her, the power forward of the Kardashians, all right? She's driving the meerkat one and then the one who's married to the fucking Kanye West, the always humble Kanye West, right? And they're driving over because she's trying to figure out, you know, if the fucking... whatever, if the splooge made it to the fucking hangar area. Sorry, I'm not trying to get all medical on you guys. She's trying to see if she's pregnant or what. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So they're driving to some SUV. They're in Wyoming, right? Because that's what rich people in California do. They eventually, want to pretend that they're ranchers. So they buy a spread out there in Montana or something. Long story short, they're driving in this fucking SUV, right? The power forward's behind the wheel, as Jay Lawhead calls her. The meerkat is in the fucking passenger seat, and old Sploogie's in the back, right? So they fucking, it's snowing, and this truck goes by. The truck has like the wind or whatever, as it goes by. So, James Worthy there is fucking, whoa, going like, what the fuck? And then they keep talking and blah, 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 blah. And then another truck goes by, and next thing you know, she lost complete control of the car. And as it's spinning, right, the woman in the back, I think she's pregnant, so she's freaking out. Oh, she's got a baby there. A cute little baby is sitting there, reading the fucking paper, and they start spinning. So the one in the back, the mother, is going, hey, fucking, Orlando Woolridge, what the fuck? What's going on? And as they're spinning, the woman behind the fucking wheel is going, it's not my fault, it's not my fault, it's not my fault. And they fucking, they spun into oncoming traffic. Luckily, we're not hit, right? And then they fucking went off the road into a ditch. And the big one, the Captain fucking Kirk, took no responsibility whatsoever. Was just like, and was actually mad at old Sploogie back there because she was upset with her. She was going like, I was like, the truck came by, I was like, when? And it blew me into some black ice. It's like, no, you were going too fast. You were driving too fucking fast for those conditions. You lost control of the car with your niece in the car, you fucking dope. Right? And nobody held their feet to the fire. Nobody gave her anything. It's like, you are a fuck up. Just standing there with your fucking back of your head touching the top of your back, trying to talk to her, trying to get in her grill, right? Staring up from her navel, looking between her titties, seeing a half of two nostrils, just yelling at her, hey, you fucked up, lady. Right? None of them said that. And then they just like, they're fucking just standing there going like, when my giant 8-foot sister lost control of the SUV, it was like so scary. Like they always like build up to a fucking point. You're like, yeah, and it's always just like, when this meteor came down at our house and it slammed in to the roof above my bedroom, and for half a second I thought I was going to die. I was like so scared. So I am standing up, pacing in the living room now like a fucking, I don't know, some fucking pissed off coach who's trying to stay inside the coach's box so he doesn't get it technical. And I'm fucking screaming at the TV like a bad call was made. Completely forgot that I was going to sit there and try and get along with my wife by watching this horse shit. And I'm yelling at the TV. I'm like, no, you fucking 8-foot cunt. You fucked up. You were driving too fast. Fast? My fucking voice cracking. You were driving too fast, man. Your fucking niece is in the car. Right? Slow the fuck down. You're driving a 4-wheel drive vehicle? You fucking dope. Oh, my God. Done with that show. That was it. I tried. I lasted fucking one clip. I'm done with that show. Fucking done with that show. I fucking hate when people do shit like that and people call them on them. Yeah, it was your fault. It is your fault. Stop being powerless, you moron. All right? You have total control of that fucking situation. You just drive a little slower. You drive a little slower. Anyway, I shouldn't be making fun of them. What they're going through right now, what they're having to deal with, Left is white, black is mine, up and down is black and white, inside out, da-da-da, and now Bruce is fucking Caitlin, right? I really hold firm on that people cannot get upset with anybody in that family if they're still a little fucking wigged out that their dad is now their mom. You know what I mean? Just exactly what is the average, time it takes, for you to fucking get your head around that? I don't know. My wife's sitting there going, oh, he's showing his fucking titties to his kids. It's just like, he's doing what? I mean, is that true? If that's true, I don't give a fuck. That's just wrong on all kinds of levels. You know what I mean? I know. I get it. You're coming back from the mall and you got a little shopper's high going on and you want to show what you got. But they're tits, right? When you were a guy, did you take your balls out and show them to them? No, you didn't. You don't do that. You don't show your sexual goods to your fucking kids and then compile it with new sexual goods. Right? And it's not like new and improved, like, hey, I got my dick enlarged. No. I fucking, I got some tits now. Would you like to see them? No, Dad. I mean, Mom, I wouldn't. Jesus Christ, Caitlin. Can you put your fucking new tits away? Is that asking too much? You already took all my rouge. Now you're going to take your tits out? I mean, I'm sitting in a car, and I was chilling, it was like, so, Sky, when you took your tits out, Dad, it was like, so, Sky. I was like, is my dad taking his tits out right now? I was like, Bruce, Caitlin, what the fuck? Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? You think you're having, dude, I've been having the weirdest week. Oh, no, you haven't. No, you haven't. You've been having a nice, regular fucking time. I got news for you. You've been having a time that is right as fucking rain. Do you want to stand me? Well, do you? Anyways, what is some of the other shit that people wanted me to talk about this week? Here's another thing I don't understand. Like, I get the kids being freaked out by Caitlin. I get that. You know what I mean? I get that they need some time on that one. That makes total fucking sense. What I don't understand is people flipping out about this white chick who said she was black. And everybody's going, she's actually white. She's saying she's black. She's got on some fucking tanner, dude. And she fucking kinked up her hair. What the fuck? Like, this is what I don't understand. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a shit if she says she's Portuguese. I don't care. That's what the fuck she wants. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? That goes back to Bruce Jenner. I don't give a shit that he wants to be a woman. But, I mean, you got to understand. People got to, whoa, hey, oh, what's going on here? You know, you got to give people a couple of weeks. Bruce, I'm sorry. Sorry. Katie, don't call me Katie. It's Caitlin. All right. Sorry. Caitlin. Anyways, yeah, this white chick who said she was black, right? The only thing I think was fucked up out of all of that, Rachel was her name, which should have been a dead giveaway. Have you ever met a black woman named Rachel? Oh my God, Rachel, you look so dope today. Oh my God, Rachel came in and she was like so fly. All right, Rachel Dolezal. Now that sounds like a black woman's name. Her last name, she should have flipped it around. She should have been Dolezal. No, Dolezal. I don't know how to say it. Anyways, Rachel, whatever, 37, was pictured outside of her home Friday for the first time since the scandal erupted over her misrepresentation of her race. This is what people are flipping out about. Not that our fucking food is, I don't know, whatever the fuck they do to this shit. They don't tell us. Genetically altered. Baby seals washing up onto the fucking beaches. Fuck all of that. There's some chick from some fucking godforsaken place pretending to be black when she's actually white. Let's focus on this. Huh? She also responded to her detractors in a new interview saying, what I'd like to say to them is I don't give two shits about what you think. I like that. There you go. There you go. You go, girl. She then added, I do consider myself to be black. Her parents revealed Thursday. This is the only thing that I thought was fucked up. All right. Her parents revealed Thursday She started disguising herself as black in 2007 and no longer speaks to them because they will ruin her image. This chick is out of her fucking mind. But in the long and short of all of it, who is she hurting? You know what I mean? It's as far as the white persons go, could you be any more involved in bettering race relations? She killed off the white person inside of her, right? She's working at the NAACP. I mean, what more she got to do? On some level. I mean, she could have just been some privileged fucking white chick riding around in a fucking SUV. And I was like, sir. She could have been that. Instead, she does all of this shit. But I don't understand, like, cutting off your fucking parents. You know what I mean? I wonder if she called them crackers. You crackers got to stay away from my black ass. My newly black ass, because you're going to ruin my image. She has been a civil rights activist in Idaho. That's not an easy gig. I remember a long time ago, a comic I knew was working the Funny Bone up there, and the Klan was fucking having a demonstration in Boise. And he called up the club. He was black, by the way, and asked for a ride over. And they wouldn't give it to him. And they were like, why do you need a ride? It's a quick walk over. He's like, because I'm black and the Klan is having a fucking rally, you assholes. And then the club was just like, oh my God, why are you being so difficult? So she was an activist in Idaho. She also teaches African studies at Eastern Washington University. And that's a little bit fucked up. You know what I mean? I think she can report on it. I don't know if she can teach about it, right? Oh, maybe I guess if you read up enough on it, you can teach the class. I have no idea. She is facing a city ethics investigation after identifying herself as black in an application to serve on a local police ombudsman commission. What the fuck? Ombudsman? You know, I've been speaking the English language, or at least attempting to, for 47 fucking years. Ombudsman. Definition. Anybody know? Does anybody know? Oh, ombudsman. An official appointment to investigate individuals' complaints against maladministration, especially that of public authorities. See, this is why I don't look up words. Now, what the fuck is maladministration? Maladministration. I have to go to the gynecologist today to investigate my maladministration. My flow is not where it needs to be. Sorry. A minstrel flow joke. What do you want from me? Anyway, so she's, I don't know, facing all this shit. Rachel Dolezal, the white NAACP leader. Oh, my God. How much shit is she going to get? Like now, because she's done what she's done, when you see her, everyone's just going to be like, hey, whitey! Just trying to drive her nuts. Hey, cracker! Honky motherfucker. This is the fun part here. When they actually interviewed her, somebody asked her, saying, what race are you? And she's like, I don't understand the question. And the guy's like, what race are you? Okay, Rachel, whatever. She also gave an interview about the controversy, saying of her detractors, I said that already. When pressed further about her race, she told KREM, I actually don't like the term African American. I prefer black. Oh, God. And I would say that if I was asked, I would definitely say that, yes, I do consider myself to be black. You know, what? I don't understand this. You know, if Bruce can consider him or herself to be Caitlyn, why can't fucking Debbie here consider herself to be Desiree? Whatever the fuck you want to call her. I don't know. Daisha. Oh, my God, look at her parents. Jesus Christ. They are extremely white. They're so white, her dad's name is Larry. Although, wait a minute, Larry Johnson played for the Knicks. But every time I hear Larry to me is a white guy. Larry Bird. Larry! Jerry. Larry and Ruth Ann. Oh, my God. Pictured speaking to CNN on Friday have revealed their daughter, Spokane's NAACP chapter president, is white, not African American. They actually have her fucking birth certificate. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. You know what it is? The way she's done her hair, she kind of looks mixed. Although when she was a little girl, she looks like she was on the Olsens. The Olsens? No, the fucking Little House on the Prairie. Hey, did anybody see that fucking article on Lionel Richie in GQ magazine? I had a 9-hour flight. I fucking grabbed every magazine out there, right? GQ magazine's such a stupid fucking magazine, by the way. They got some decent articles, but what was funny was some guy in there just ripped Rolling Stones to shreds because they fucking, had the that rape story that ended up not being true and how they didn't investigate it, saying all this fucking horseshit and saying that, I don't even understand why people took it so seriously because oh my God, like Rolling Stone has been relevant forever, right? And it's literally in that GQ fucking magazine. They got, who's that tennis star from fucking Russia? The fucking 9-foot blonde who isn't as good as Serena, but she makes more money because she's blonde and blue-eyed, right? She fucking, they got her, she's going to drive some new Porsche, right? And the quotes that they're using is that she's fucking totally into speed. She likes driving like a maniac, and she's a car person. So I'm like, wow, this girl's even hotter now. How fucking hot is it that some beautiful woman likes to get behind the wheel of a Porsche and just fucking see how fast it can go? And the quotes they're using is leading you to believe that that's what the fuck's going on. And then you read the article, and it's like a one-page article, and she's like, it's like, I like to go fast, but I have too much to lose, but maybe in another life? You know what I mean? That's what it was. And you're sitting there talking about journalistic integrity as you suck me into this fucking magazine because I want to read about the new Porsche and this statuesque fucking blonde who likes to drive it like 200 miles an hour. That's the way you sold it, you cunts. And it wasn't that. I don't know. I don't like that fucking magazine because everything in there is like a fucking $30,000 watch and you're supposed to own like a plane. Like that's supposed to be the thing that I'm going for. It's like, what am I, fucking James Bond? Like, who is this magazine for? Am I a spy? I hate when they have fucking pictures too, right? And they have a celebrity and they're fucking in casual clothes and then they'll be like, fucking, Eddie Rickshaw here is wearing a fucking $900 T-shirt by whatever that fucking store is. I always think it's Hermes, right? Kind of a fucking jerk off. Why would you do? Where's a pair of fucking $900 mittens? I don't know. Whatever. So I'm off. I'm totally off the beaten path. This chick here wants to be black. I mean, she should fucking be. Her and her parents need to fucking work on their relationship. Maybe they can just treat her like she's, African American. I have no idea. Like, God knows they live in Idaho. They probably wouldn't let her in the house. They could use the back door and shit. Larry all mad. Yeah, you wanted to be black? This is how it is. This is how it is. You are not invited over for Christmas. You can come over and clean up if you want, right? It'd be fucking hilarious if her parents were actually fucking racist and then they start. This is like a Chappelle Show skit waiting to fucking happen. So anyways, yeah, they definitely got to repair some stuff there. I don't know what's going on with this fucking lady. I don't know. She likes to go tanning. She likes to fucking do her hair up, and I don't know what it is. If you see the car she's driving, she's definitely a white chick, though. Jesus Christ, what is that? What the fuck is that thing? It's one of those things that isn't a van, it isn't an SUV, and it isn't a car. You know those things? Whatever you call those things. GMCs almost, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. All right, whatever. God bless her. God bless whatever the fuck she wants to do, All right, where do you go from here? Where do you go from here? You know what you do? You read a little bit of advertising. I think that's the move to make here. I definitely think that's the move. My white freckled ass thinks that's the move to make here. All right. Man great, everybody. Attention, grill. Masters. If your father is a man of exquisite taste, there's no finer gift than the ultimate steakhouse experience right in his very own backyard. The Man Grate, 100% cast iron grill grates. The Man Grate. What's a Man Grate? You might have not asked. Man Grates are American-made, high-quality, 100% cast iron grates that sit right on top of your existing grates. Weighing in at 8 pounds apiece, Man Grates ensure juicy, tender meat, gross, with no flare-ups and perfect sear marks every time. Man Grate's patented design delivers steakhouse-quality flavor right at home. Except you also have to cook it. You know what I mean? Steakhouse, not only is it steakhouse quality, somebody else cooks it. Take advantage of the Monday Morning Podcast Father's Day special and get 40% off all cast iron grates and premium brushes at mangrate.com when fans use the code BURR, B-U-R-R 21. BURR 21, everybody. Spend $50 or more this Father's Day with Man Grate, and Dad will receive a premium United States of Bacon t-shirt. Oh, Jesus. Don't forget the brush. Man Grate has designed their long bristled brush to get down deep between each rail, keeping your grates in prime grilling condition. No more dead carcass between the grill grates, now with the Man Grate fucking bristle brush. Order by Monday, June 15th, for guaranteed arrival by Father's Day. That's today, anywhere in the United States. You got to buy it today, everybody. Click on the fucker. Get your dad something. Don't be a cunt. Make sure to go to mangrate.com and enter my coupon code BURR21 at checkout. All right, and here we go. Me. Oh, me undies, no more sweaty balls. Ba-do, me undies. Now my dad has some tits. Put 'em on and the fucking mole. Your taint stays dry and that's not all. They even keep the clams nice and dry, even if you're getting fingered banged. Oh yeah, if you got on the undie panties. 90%, that's the percent of your life that you're in your underwear. And underwear gets old fast. You know that feeling of putting on an old pair of saggy underwear, your balls just twisted in the breeze, you know, and all of a sudden you just don't even feel like getting out of bed. You don't feel like getting out of bed. If your balls aren't being cradled, how can you walk into your boss's office and say, listen there, fuzzface, I want a fucking raise? Who says so? Me and my snuggled balls say so. You grab out his letter opener and you stick it to his neck. You're not going to do that if your balls are hanging in the breeze. You're going to feel vulnerable. You need to know the feeling of the great fitting underwear that is 2 times softer than cotton. Jesus Christ, you need to know about MeUndies.com. MeUndies is the most comfortable underwear you will ever try on, and it's insane how good they make your fucking balls feel. They fit perfectly. They don't ride up on you. They literally pull moisture, gross, away from your skin so you stay cool. But they also make you look great. There's going to be no reason to wear pants anymore. So you're just going to walk down the street. Hey, ladies, look at these snug fit balls. Oh, yeah. Get on your fucking knees and rub them. I really mean it. Go to MeUndies.com and check out the photography, you fucking pervert. And for the ladies, check out those smoking hot boy shorts. But you have to try them on for yourself. Nice and slowly, too. Sorry. This quality would typically retail for 2 times the MeUndies price. No retail middleman means more savings for you. Here, I'll make it easy. Go to MeUndies.com/Burr and get 20% off your first order and low flat rate international shipping. And save even more when you buy a pack of them. They guarantee you're going to be happy with them, or your first pair is free. Once you feel MeUndies on your body, you're never going to go back. Just walking around all day slightly aroused with a silly smile on your face, it's going to get you places. And MeUndies isn't just for you guys. They launched their All of Me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see? My clam is nice and dry. Hi. Pow. The women's All of Me collection, a 4-piece line of undies designed specifically for the female body in all of its complex, gorgeous as hell glory. Why don't they say that about men? Well, we're not gorgeous. They make statues with the guy's junk hanging out, right? But to get that 20% off, you have to go to MeUndies, MeUndies.fucking-com. Oh, yeah, MeUndies.com/Burr. That's MEUndies.com/Burr. And the last read from this chunk, I should say. Trunk Club, everybody. Guys, you might hate shopping, but you still want to look good, right? What is a man to do? What if you could snap your fingers, hey, and have a trunk full of clothes that fit perfectly and make you look amazing? You're going to love what gets delivered to you from Trunk Club. And if you don't, you can just send the shit back and be like, hey, Trunk Club, what the fuck was that box of shit? And they're going to be like, we're sorry. We'll send you a new trunk. At trunkclub.com/Burr, you answer a few simple questions, you moron, about your look, style, and size. I like to look good. I like flannel. Then they assign a real person who helps to style you because you're not a real person because you're too dumb to shop. I want the pants that go to my ankles. They email you a list of clothes. Keep the hat away from my ears. They email you a list of clothes they recommend sending you. This is fucking great, by the way. This is like you're a celebrity. You got your own stylist. Hey, this is what I like. Go get it. All right? You approve, and at no cost to you, they ship a trunk full of fresh new clothes to your door. Well, I would hope so. I don't want them to be used. Try them on, keep what you want, send back what you don't in their prepaid box. That's it. A better wardrobe than you could ever pick out yourself, evidently, in minutes. Did I mention the service is free? How could they do that? Well, they just jack up the price of the clothes. Your stylist, the shopping, the box, even the shipping, all 100% free. How do these people make money? When you go to trunkclub.com/Burr, only pay for the clothes you keep. No ongoing subscriptions, no hidden charges, no malls, just great clothes handpicked for your style. You're gonna thank me on this, provided you get clothes you like. And right now, it's completely free. So go get started at trunkclub.com/Burr today. That's trunkclub.com/Burr. You should definitely do that, man. I would think. Because I've learned in the last, 6 months that when you actually dress nice, as much as your guy friends break your balls, fucking women love it. And I don't mean putting on a nice goddamn shirt. All right? I mean just, every once in a while you break out a pocket square. The level of shit you're going to, in a sport coat, the level of shit you're going to take from your friends will easily be balanced out by the amount of fucking women that will just be like, oh my God, I like that. Look at you. What's going on with you? All right? As they slowly drop to their knees, like, come on. All right? Next thing you know, you're getting blown. At least that's how the fantasy works in my head. My head, big fucking white freckled head. Oh, yeah. All right. You see that fucking lady who yelled at LeBron? He's walking off the court after having a fucking professional basketball team on his back for 82 games in 4 rounds of the fucking playoffs. Going headfirst into a camera, needing stitches, finishing the game like a fucking hockey player. You'd think that he'd get respect, even though it is fans of the other team, even though it is an away game. Or whatever the fuck it was. Wasn't a away game. I don't know. I don't pay attention. So he's walking off the court, and some lady yells at him from 10 feet away. She's like, hey, LeBron, what's it like to be a punk-ass bitch? And I love the security just goes, watch your mouth, lady. Watch your mouth, woman. Watch your mouth, woman. Watch your mouth, woman. And LeBron just stopped and glared at her. And I can't tell because everybody did so many mishmashes of the video. I believe she went, sorry. What is wrong with people? That's one of my favorite moments in sports is when some asshole in the crowd yells something. Because, they're looking at him like they're a cartoon. All right? She wouldn't have said that shit to a regular-sized LeBron. Forget about, what is LeBron, 6'7", 6'8", 6'9"? The guy's literally a giant. Yeah, the guy's a giant. What's with my fucking voice this week? I just love when he just stopped and fucking glared at her. But you know what I mean? What would you expect from a sports fan from California? All right? They are the worst. I am a huge sports fan, and it's depressing how bad sports fans are in the entire state of California. Every fucking thing they say ends with the word bitch. This is our house, bitch. What, bitch? Fucking Dodgers, bitch. They're the fucking worst. They don't know a fucking thing about the game. And I know there's going to be a bunch of people being like, I know about the game. I'm just saying generally fucking speaking. All right? Listen, if you actually said, Hey, Bill, you're from Massachusetts, and every time they pan into the crowd, those are some of the ugliest collections of human beings I've ever seen in my life. I would not argue with you. All right? And I am part of that. If I was in the crowd, too, I would cause you to recoil. I always see it. Whenever they pan into the crowd at Boston, I'm always like, Jesus Christ, look at those people. Look at them. Fucking animals, right? But I'll tell you something about those animals. They know the game, and they can talk the game. So can fans in New York. All the East Coast. They can fucking talk the game. People in the Midwest, great fucking fans. Those maniacs down south, they get after it. They can talk about the game. I don't know what the fuck it is. The state of California. You know, what's up? NBA Finals, bitch. This is our house, bitch. Hey, LeBron, you punk-ass bitch. I don't get it. Everybody sounds like they're in one of those awful car movies, right? The Fast and the Furious in 24 seconds. Get that car out of here. All those fucking movies. Gumball Rally. All of those, they all sound like everybody sounds like they're on fucking MTV Cribs. I don't understand it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what caused it. Was it reality television? You know what I mean? Reality television, they had this formula where they would always have 9 annoying white people and then somebody black, and they would stick them in there. And then eventually, the black person lost their fucking mind because they're living with 9 white people. The same way as a white person after a fucking while. You know what I mean? The black person is sitting there and, you know, listening to James Taylor in the background. I mean, how long do you expect somebody black to have to deal with that before they fucking flip out? You know? And I just think watching them screaming and yelling, I noticed over the years, all of a sudden, like the fucking white people on the show, when they would flip out, they started yelling the way the black person yelled. It's been a real weird thing. Like when you, regardless of your background, you know what I mean? You could be like, you know, the whitest, like, oh my God, like, I called this and everything was like that. All of a sudden, if you were on a reality show and you got into a fight, you'd be like, what's up, bitch? This is my house, bitch. Your fucking head would be rolling all around and shit. I don't fucking get it. But anyways, fortunately, the only place in sports fandom that is seeped into is the California sports fan. The fucking worst. The worst. I will say, though, every once in a while, when you meet a California sports fan that actually knows the game, it's one of the great fucking moments that you can have in this state. Like, I stopped going to sports bars. I stopped, like, if I go to a game, I don't wear any sports paraphernalia. I just don't. I don't do. I mean, look at what the fuck they did out here. They goddamn Dodger fans. You got a dad with his kids, beat him to the point where he's permanently brain damaged. Fucking baseball, bitch. That's just, I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. So it doesn't surprise me that she said that. I love that LeBron stopped and glared at her, and she was able to be like, oh, that's not a fucking hologram. That's actually a real person. Is hologram the right word? I was like halfway through that sentence. I was like, don't say it, Bill. Don't say it. I'm going to try a new word. I hope it's right. So anyways, the fucking Golden State Warriors. I actually watched the game, and I watched that kid there with his chew toy, his little pacifier coming out of his mouth every 2 seconds. I don't give a fuck that he does that, and it drives me up the fucking wall. That is one of the greatest shooters of all time. I was actually sitting at the bar with a buddy of mine, and he was saying that guy is the greatest shooter in NBA history. And I was like, whoa, hey, oh, wait a minute. I know he's having a hell of a year. I know he's had a hell of a couple of years. I said, listen, all right, Larry Bird made players from the opposing. He was having a game. He was shooting so well. Players on the opposing team, when he hit like his 50th fucking three-pointer of the game, it seemed, they fell off the bench. The coach of the other team had to scold his players to stop cheering on this guy who was killing him on the other team. All right? So out of respect for Larry Legend, out of respect for Kobe Bryant, I've never seen a guy have 2 or 3 guys hanging on him from beyond the arc and do a turnaround jumper and it fucking goes in more than that guy. However, I will say this. If Curry plays at this level, for the next, for 5 years straight, without a doubt, he's the greatest shooter I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a guy hit threes the way the guy hits threes. I like Larry Bird, Reggie Miller. They've had those games, but this guy is like unconscious every fucking game. I've never seen anything like it. And watching LeBron carrying this team, I'm not, as you can tell, I don't really know this fucking sport, but watching what that guy's doing with that team, man, putting that team on his back, dude, just how much remember that guy a few years ago? He was that guy who didn't want the ball at the end of the game. And now he's this fucking beast. And for that fucking lady to be what's it like to be a punk ass, what the fuck are you talking about? I wish she turned around, went to walk away, and he took his 8-foot arm and just reached and grabbed the back of her bra and went whoosh, right? He couldn't have done that. It would have sent her flying over 8 rows. But if ever it would have been deserved, I would think so. And I have been watching the Stanley Cup final. The Stanley Cup final. The NBA Finals. Stanley Cup final. I actually think that somebody corrects me on that every fucking year. And I'm always just I'm just at that old age now. I'm just I say it. I've been watching that one, and I think the Blackhawks winning that Game 5 just won the series going back to Chicago. That's really I'm not going out on a limb, but there's that amazing thing when you see a truly great team that's going to win a number of championships, their ability to step up in the moments and their ability to know how to win a game that's lost. They stole that fucking Game 5. No, they didn't. No, they stole that Game 4. Was they the one they stole? I think they stole Game 4. Game 5. Oh, Game 5 was when the fucking Tampa just kept fucking up on their own end. The goalie and the defenseman run into each other. They look like pee-wee hockey. And they had so many giveaways in their own fucking end. I don't know. I bet as a Tampa fan, your heart had to sink when that fucking happened, considering every goddamn game has been a one-goal game, that the fact that you give up an easy one like that, you must be thinking that's like being down 3 goals in this series. But anyways, it's been an amazing thing. And if Chicago wins 3 in the last 6 years, man, I would say that they are the new Detroit Red Wings. And I mean that as a highest compliment, because the Red Wings had that run for 10, 11 years where every time you thought, their stars are, okay, Yzerman's getting old, all right, this is done. They just have that next fucking superstar step in, and they just fucking knew how to win. And I'm a big fan of dynasties. I like seeing I don't like this team wins. Next year this team wins. Next team this team wins. You need dynasties. So you have that those timeless players. You know what I mean? As much as people, who play against the Blackhawks all the fucking time, say Vancouver fans who probably hate the fucking Blackhawks, right? Or Minnesota fans, St. Louis Blues fans, as much as you hate them, you got to admit, even now, Jonathan Taves, he's the fucking man. You have to. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit if you bleed your fucking team's colors. You just... there's no way around it. So anyways, I'm going to watch that game tonight, and I actually think that Chicago closes them out. However, I am going to be rooting for Tampa because I don't have a dog in this fucking fight, and I don't want the hockey season to end. I'd like it to go 7 games. And by the way, I think this has been the best NBA Finals and Stanley Cup Finals in the same year in a long time, and it's been fucking great. So I'm glad I'm back in the country here where I can actually watch this shite. And speaking of which... Oh, am I going to go to... No, I'm not going to go to these yet. Did anybody see Hillary Clinton's fucking speech where she went up there dressed in Democrat blue? Oh, my God. At the risk of burning a bit, because I'm definitely going to talk about this, to sit there and watch her talking about rich people when her and her husband go to that Bilderberg fucking meeting every year where the world's richest fucking people, most powerful military people, and most powerful political people all get together and decide how they're going to carve up the country, the fucking world this year. She's at that fucking meeting, and she's sitting there talking about the working man. This country doesn't work if you guys can't work. Whatever the fuck she said. I'm going to get you guys some jobs. And everybody's like, yeah. You dumb little flag.
I don't. She's literally making fun of the super rich. And it's like, Hillary, how are you going to get into office? You were a senator. What does that pay? A couple $100,000 a year? This fucking job costs $100 million to get. Costs $100 million to get, to then make like $400,000 a year as president. Right? How the fuck are you going to get that job? From what? Regular Joe's $25 contribution to your fucking campaign? Or these fucking cunts? The exact rich cunts that you're talking about is how you're going to be fucking president. You're going to owe all of them favors. And you're going to do exactly what the fuck they tell you so you can get a second term. And then in the end, when your fucking presidency's over, you're then going to go around the country and give speeches for $1 million a night. Nobody's worth $1 million a night, but you're going to get paid $1 million a night, and you're going to go right back speaking to the people who put you into fucking office, and they're going to give you $1 million as they don't even fucking listen to you, right? Because they don't give a fuck. All they're doing is washing their bribe money. And if you can't fucking see that, and you're going to sit there and vote for a Democrat or a Republican, I can't even have a fucking conversation with you. And you people who sit there and say if you vote for the libertarian fucking guy or whatever, that you're throwing your vote away, you're not. You're not. All you're going to get, it doesn't make a difference who wins, the Democrat or the Republican. You're going to get the exact same shit fucking sandwich. It might be a little to the left, a little to the fucking right, but it's going to be the exact same shit sandwich because those rich cunts have money on both horses. So no matter what, they win. Right? So, if you vote for somebody outside of that, all you're doing is encouraging more people that there's hope that you can maybe somehow undo this fucking situation. I don't know. I actually think that it's fucking over. I don't think that it's possible. You know, it's so fucking depressing though to watch people once again are going to sit there and listen to a candidate who's a Democrat or Republican make these stupid ass fucking promises, and they lose their fucking minds thinking that it's actually going to change their lives for the better. You know, I don't know. Sorry, I know that's fucking super depressing. That's just what I think. So anyways, let's get into the questions here for the week. All right, and if you listen to these questions, I'm going to get Joe six-pack of fucking Joe. All right, French listeners. Hey, Bill, I thought I'd let you know we appreciate your acts and think you're doing a good job. I live in Paris, France. Oh, shit, look at this. And yes, you're right. We're mostly assholes to people, whether they come from France or abroad. And I don't think you guys are assholes. You guys treated me nice. Currently with a couple of friends, having a good time listening to your rant/jokes. And since I've been following you for a few months, I said to myself, let the guy know you enjoy his jokes. Well, I appreciate that. So there you have it. You have some French listener idiots over here that enjoy your show. Please keep it up. Have a drink with some French people at some point and go fuck yourself at another. Well, I'll tell you, I'm going to do a show in France at some point. I actually already talked to my agent about it. There was a theater over in the Six Arrondissement. I think it was called the Odeon. The Odeon Theater. There's a stop called the Odeon on the metro. There's a theater, the Odeon Theater in Paris, in Gay Paris. There it is, Odeon Theater. It's a fucking 800-seater. How do you say that? How do you say 800 in French? Huit-cent, is that what it is? Wait a minute, I remember I fucking 664 is, I don't fuck, I can't fucking remember. You got to listen to French Talk Radio. I love that. Because over here, when you listen to the English ones, they're going like, to do what you need to do here, don't you see? You have to, like, you know, that fucking dragging it out as you're trying to come up with your thoughts, right? Put your thoughts together. Over there, they go like, it's fucking, I'm telling you, you smoke a joint, you listen to that shit, you're going to fucking laugh your ass off. So anyways, the Odeon Theatre de l'Europe it's located at 2 Rue Corniel in the 6 arrondissement of Paris, on the left bank of the Seine, next to Luxembourg Garden. Oh, yeah, I know where that is. I just love that I know where that is. It was originally built between 1779 and 1782, right? Back before particle board and nail guns. Took you a little while to build something. In the garden at the former Hôtel de Conquête, to a neoclassical blah, 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 blah. The theater was inaugurated. Wait a second. This is what I love here. It was reopened it burned in 1818. Everything fucking burned down back then. It was all made out of wood. You didn't have any fire hydrants. And some jerk off comes in and drops his cigarette down, right? Throws the fucking thing down, and all of a sudden, and everybody's just like, run for your lives, right? And the whole thing fucking burns down. They got the bucket brigade trying to pee on the fire. And then they're just like, God damn it. All right, let's rebuild it. And they start all over again. That's why they were in great shape back then. The building and rebuilding of shit that burned down, and their fucking food wasn't genetically altered. That right there, that is a recipe for a six-pack. So anyways, that is my goal. I want to do a show there. Nia's already given me shit, because I'm a fucking workaholic, and she's giving me shit going like, can that just be like the one city where, we just hang out, we have some us time, which she's so fucking right. But I'm a guy, so I'm going to fuck that up. I thought I finally got it. I think I finally get being in a relationship and how to keep a woman happy, believe it or not. I think I finally get it. I don't know how to explain it to you because it's like embarrassing. Because it involves feelings and listening and being respectful. And all you women right now who went like, you see? That's a two-way street. All right? It's a fucking two-way street. So, anyways, I don't give a fuck. I'm still going to play over there. Come on, man. To have a show in Paris. If AC/DC can play in Paris, you know what I mean? They can't, There's no fucking way I can sit there and not want to play that place. I love AC/DC. Bon Scott, one of his last fucking shows he plays in Paris. I gotta fucking, I don't give a shit if 40 people fucking show up. Right? I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do it. I'll be like, look, it's one fucking show. It's one show. She'll give it. She's a sweetheart. So anyways, that's nice. That I actually got some letters here from people from France, and they're actually helping me with my French. All right. The French correction from a lady. That's fucking great. Hey, Billy Boy, I'm listening to your last Thursday afternoon, Monday morning podcast, and I have to correct you about your French insults. Oh, by all means. I don't want to be like Roman Moroni. You fucking bastages. That's a fucking twit question. The next one of you fucking ice hoes that something, remember that? He's going to have his fucking bells in his sling, you corksucker. Jesus, the mouth on that guy. Roman Moroni's one of my favorite characters of all time. It's in Johnny Dangerously. He's an immigrant, and he has a potty mouth, but he mispronounces all of the curses. So I don't want to be the Roman Moroni of France. So anyways, she says, I'm listening to your last Thursday afternoon Monday morning podcast just before Friday. Just checking in on you. And I have to correct you about your French insults. If you want to say fuck your mother, we usually say Vanica ta mère. I'm really nervous about Niquer. Like that could be like I could accidentally say the N-word there or say something homophobic because the N kind of looks like queer. Niquer. Vanica ta mère. You got to help me out. Can you sound spell that so I don't fuck it up? Say that instead of Basser is preferred here. About this is bullshit. About something. A better translation will be c'est de la merde. This is shit. I like that better than this is bullshit. This is shit. You're getting right to it. C'est de la merde. Hey, Jacques, c'est de la merde. C'est de la merde. Rather than saying "ce sont des conneries," conneries can be employed when you want to say to someone what you say is bullshit, and the translation is "tu raconter des conneries." I know I stink. I got to get the Rosetta Stone here. And the last one, very employed in France. Let's see, look, they're trying to. They're fucking up the English here. I guess this means used a lot in France. Espèce de connard. I hope I'm saying that first word right, which I'm probably not. When the person in front of you is the biggest asshole that you've ever met in your life. What does it mean? Connard, is that pig? You fucking pig? Or does that mean you're an asshole? Oh, there's two ends. I don't know. Well, thank you, Sabrina. Hey, by the way, you guys, anybody French listening to this, if you can help me out with anything just like nous allons bruncher. We're going to brunch. I learned that yesterday, right? We were going to go to brunch. Because I had I'm trying to fucking be a better husband here. So I'm just like, all right, this is your ESPN Sports Zone. Let's go to fucking brunch. And, oh my God, what a shit show. Brunch is the dumbest fucking thing ever. Let's go to breakfast when everybody else is going to breakfast so we can all, you just see these fucking people as you're driving over there, all these breakfast places, but you're not going to them, and you just see all of these people just standing outside, sitting on benches, staring at their fucking iPhones. You know what I mean? And considering breakfast is the easiest fucking meal to make. You can't scramble up some eggs yourself while your wife makes some pancakes. You can go make yourself a Grand Slam breakfast. You guys can sit around, right? Somebody's got the orange juice. You got some music playing. And guess what? There's a table. The kitchen table. No waiting, right? But that's not what they want to do. They want to fucking go out. Everybody look at their outfits. Everybody look at the fucking outfits. So anyways, all right. So now we got one from Manchester, England here. Manchester, England. Bill, I'm a big fan from across the pond, as you Yankees like to say. Not Yankees, Yanks. Don't call us Yankees, all right? I'm Red Sox. You understand me? I was wondering if you ever consider filming a special overseas, preferably in England. Thanks for the laughs, you cunt. You fucking every miserable how that thing used to go. Don't make me laugh, every cunt with a long face. Would I ever consider doing a special overseas? Yeah, I was actually considering doing one in France, just doing it in French. And just putting the fucking thing out, and then I could actually do the same one in English somewhere else. I'd have two different fucking specials. I wouldn't give a fuck if a bunch of them, English-speaking countries saw the French one. They're not even going to know what I'm talking about because they don't speak French for the most part. And that's the way where you get a little 2-for-1 there. You know what I mean? Right there. The way I'm thinking comedically is I am thinking the way Home Depot thinks, like, how can we take those two employees, make them one, and get the same job done, and we make more fucking money. That's what I'm doing. You know, I'm being a little cheeky. Would I consider doing one over there? I don't know. I don't know if I get you guys enough that I would do that. I would tell you this though. I really enjoyed doing one last time down south. I think what everybody seems to like to do is to get in front of their own people because you don't want to get heckled or anything. But I think there's some fun that is lost when you stand up in front of a room that's all you. You know what I mean? I think you want a little back and forth. Personally, like I've always enjoyed, people yelling out to me. I don't give a shit if someone yells out to me. I mean, if you're just being an asshole and just trying to disrupt the fucking show, obviously that's annoying. But I say a lot of stupid shit on stage, so it doesn't surprise me, when I'm talking about the wage gap that some woman yells at me when I'm in the crowd. And then, to be honest with you, I really want to hear what she has to say because I'm trying to learn something about it because I don't have to deal with that shit. And the only way that I can hear that is through my own fucking man ears. So it's good to hear her fucking perspective. So I don't consider that a heckle. I consider it a conversation. So getting back to that, to go to England, I would probably say some shit deliberately to get you guys going. Because what's the fun? What the fuck is the purpose of me going over to England if I'm not going to give you guys a little bit of shit? And then you give me a little shit back, and then we all fucking laugh, right? So maybe that could be a good idea, sir. That might be a good idea. I don't know. I would definitely consider it. I would consider it. You know, I'd run that up the flagpole. All right, let me do the last little bits of advertising here. And then I'll answer your last questions. You guys can get on with your life. All right, Stamps.com, everyone. Making trips to the post office is becoming a thing of the past. You just don't need to do it anymore. Thanks to Stamps.com. You already know that going to the post office is inconvenient. Yeah, but, you know, if you're into collecting stamps, or if you want some cool stamps, you know what I mean? If you're one of those nerds, you know, if you're into that, like bird watching, you probably still go to the post office. But for the rest of you, you already know that going to the post office is it's a nightmare. Totally inconvenient. Driving there, right? Standing behind the person who's trying to send a muffler out in a fucking envelope, right? You don't want to be there. Finding parking, waiting in line, the whole damn thing. What you probably didn't know is you're paying more for postage there than you have to. Stamps.com is the better way. Buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter, any package, right from your computer or printer. Then just hand it to the mailman. Hey, how are you, Skippy? Thanks for not shooting me. Bye-bye, postman. With Stamps.com, you'll get special postage discounts you can't even get at the post office. On first class, priority mail, international, and more. Never go to the post office again. Hey, everybody, I use Stamps.com to send out all my posters. All of my posters for my tours. Right now, use my last name, Burr, for this special offer. No risk trial plus $110 bonus offer that includes a digital scale and up to $55 free postage. Don't wait. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Burr, B-U-R-R. That's Stamps.com. Enter Burr. And by the way, for all you guys who ordered the autographed posters, they've all been been put in their tubes and they're being shipped out this week. I want to thank everybody for buying those, getting those out of my house. I still got a few more left over in some box, but I have some leftover posters also from my run of 19 shows at the Wilbur in Boston, and got a couple hundred of those left over. Autographed all of those, and we'll probably in the next month put those back up on the website. Just so we got to get all the other ones shipped out first. All right. If you're wondering where your poster is, it's on the way. All right, LegalZoom, everyone. There's a lot of great reasons that smart people trust LegalZoom. For starters, if you want to incorporate, form an LLC or nonprofit, file a patent or a trademark, get a DBA, and more, LegalZoom provides the help you need. Over the past decade, more than 1 million business owners just like you have started with LegalZoom. But did you know that LegalZoom is also your first step when you need advice from first stop when you need advice from an attorney. LegalZoom is not a law firm, so they built a network of independent attorneys in most states to provide legal advice and other useful services to help you run your business. So whether you need a contract reviewed or advice, or whether you should incorporate or form an LLC, whatever your legal question is, start with LegalZoom. And as always, they provide complete transparency with upfront pricing, customer reviews, and 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Make the smart choice. Go for your business. Make the smart choice for your business at LegalZoom.com today. And don't forget to enter Burr at checkout to save even more. Again, that's Burr, B-U-R-R, at checkout for more savings. LegalZoom, promo code Burr. Legal help is here. And lastly, but not leastly, if you'd like to donate to the podcast, and it won't cost you anything. Next time you go into Amazon.com to buy something, swing by BillBurr.com first. Click on the merch page. Click on the Amazon link. It'll take you right to Amazon. It doesn't cost you any extra money. They just kicked me a little something for fucking driving traffic to their site. All right? Do it if you want to. If you don't, I understand. You're a busy person. You don't got time to be doing extra clicks, do you? All right. Let's get on with the last questions here. Dilemma. Billy Bird. Would you rather play 15 seasons in a professional sport and win 0 rings, or win 1 your rookie year and suffer a career-ending injury the next? Oh, Jesus. No, I'll take the 15 seasons. I'll take the money and put the rest on a gift certificate. No, I would rather, as much as you want to win a championship, there's also playing for the love of the game, you know? And there's also, I think most athletes would choose playing 15 seasons because you want to play. You know? You also, if you're going to fuck up your body, I don't want just one fucking, what kind of contract did I get my rookie year? I mean, if I had a shit contract and I was on that team and I got my ring and then I blow out my knee, the next year I'm working at I'm doing landscaping. And people are like, hey, you played in the Super Bowl. And now look at you, trimming hedges. That would be a motherfucker. It would take a while to get over that emotionally. Like I bet what's his face there for the Broncos? I was at the game, too, when he suffered his career-ending injury. Terrell Davis, I was at that game. Ever tell you guys that? I was at that game. I was doing some college gigs out in Colorado. And as always, I always try to build the road around something, beyond just doing stand-up. So, you get a feel for that part of the country. And one of the big things for me was always going to sporting events. So they were still in Mile High Stadium. They had just won back-to-back titles. John Elway retired, right? I always wondered if he played one more year if they could have got 3. But, Terrell got hurt. But what if Terrell got hurt if John was playing? Would they have passed on that play? Who knows? Anyway, so they were playing the Jets, Jets, Jets. And that's when Bill Parcells was there, and he was building a monster. And they were going to win their first Super Bowl. They were favorites, one of the favorites to go to the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year. So I saw that they were going to be playing the Denver Broncos in Mile High Stadium, like the 5th week of the season or something like that. And lo and behold, John Elway's not playing. It was supposed to be this great fucking matchup. The Broncos were 0-4. The Jets that year, Vinny Testaverde blew out his Achilles tendon the first game of the year. And that's when Keyshawn cried, right? There's no way to give me the damn ball. That's my quarterback. No, that's my quarterback was that other guy, that other lunatic. That's my quarterback. You don't talk about him. That's my quarterback. So the Jets were 0-4. So it was 2 fucking 0-4 teams, and I showed up, and there was like nobody there. The scalpers had a mountain of fucking tickets. I bought a ticket for fucking face value. I could have probably got it for less, but, I'm not one of those people. It's like, all right, dude, you'll break even. Here you go. Give you fucking money. And I went to the game, and that was the game that Terrell Davis, unfortunately, would have been, I still think he is, one of the great fucking running backs of all time. And, I can't imagine what that guy had to go through emotionally after winning 2 rings and just wondering what might have been. I think despite winning the championships and knowing what that feels like, I think the equal to that high would be the low of what could have been. And, and when he's watching all of those greatest running backs of all time, he's left off that list a lot because he doesn't have. Because what people do in those arguments is they immediately go to the almanac and they go, all right, Emmitt Smith has 17,000 fucking yards. They look at Dickerson, Walter Payton, fucking Jim Brown, O.J. Simpson. They go through all of those guys, and they're looking because their career numbers are up there. And then guys who got hurt, Barry Sanders, Barry Sanders. Who would I think is the greatest running back of all time? The greatest one that I ever saw. I would say the most complete I ever saw was Walter Payton. I'd say the most devastating, just of speed and power, that was a precursor to Bo Jackson, was Earl Campbell. Bo Jackson was like a faster, but I would say not as strong as Earl Campbell. That's how big Earl Campbell was, by the way. Bo Jackson and Barry Sanders. I would say those 4 were the best that I ever saw. But then as far as just effortless, the greatest, just most beautiful runner I ever saw was Eric Dickerson. Eric Dickerson didn't even look like he had to try. He just looked like he looked like he was jogging. And you couldn't understand why people couldn't catch up to him. Ah, man, that just makes me fucking, that was football back then. That's the greatest thing. Do you realize I grew up, started watching sports in the late 70s, and I got to see all of the late 70s and the 80s. Like the golden age of football was in the 70s. I got to see the end of that and then the result of it. The West Coast offense, Air Coryell, all of that, Dan Marino and all those guys come of age in the 80s. All those great running backs. And meanwhile, in hockey, you had fucking Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, those great Edmonton teams. The mystique of the Canadians was still there. I'm not insulting Canadian fans. Like, it just, the big bad fucking Bruins, it just was fucking amazing. Perfect amount of the greatest goal scorers of all time. Fucking Paul Coffey scored like 49, 50 goals as a fucking defenseman. It was unbelievable. And then there was always a fight like every period and a half. It was fucking perfect. And then in basketball, you had Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, that then went into fucking Michael Jordan. This is just the fucking 80s. And baseball was the one that actually kind of dropped off during that time. But even though they dropped off, you still had the Wizard of Ozzie Smith. You still had Kirk Gibson's home run. You still had the Bash Brothers and the Oakland A's, right? The Yankees dropped off or whatever, but it was still great. Still fucking great. That's like the 80s might be the greatest decade ever if you were just a fucking sports fan and American sports to watch. I'm arguing that right now. I'm saying it might have been the greatest one. It might have been. All right, Walmart fight. Hey, Billy Birthday Boy, how are you? Happy belated birthday. Thank you very much. Just wanted to share with you what I believe to be the finest display of white trash entertainment found on the internet. This video has gone viral, and where I live, and it's not every day, you see two obese fat fucks duking it out in a Walmart. It's two women. I've actually seen this video, and let's see, what does it say? I'm sorry, I was just making sure that I wasn't in mono again. My headphones felt weird here for a second. This video has gone viral around where I live. The lady does bring her kid in off the sideline at one point, so I guess we can call it a family outing. Anyways, just thought you'd have a chuckle, and your podcast last Thursday, June 11th, was one of the greatest ones. Thank you. That means stitches make you. All right, thank you. Yeah, I did see this, and I actually loved, I don't know what this says about me. I loved that little kid took out the shampoo bottle, and was helping out his mom. What is the kid supposed to fucking do? Like, that is exactly, your mom's losing the fight. You got to jump in there and save your mom. I mean, even if you don't love your mom, that's your ride home. You're fucking 7 years old. So he goes to take he grabs a shampoo bottle. Dude, it was like wrestling back in the day. Captain Lou Albano comes in with a foreign object. No, and the ref didn't see it. I guess people got upset because some were telling the kid not to do it. And then one woman was telling the kid to do it. And I agreed with her. Because if you're just going to stand there and you're not going to break up the fight, I don't know. At that point, I think everybody's guilty at that point. I actually thought it was great. And I actually thought that kid could have swung the bottle a little harder. I would have liked to seen that kid get a little more torque. He needed to twist his body. He went more with like hammer fist motion, which I understand because UFC is really popular. But if he got one of those baseball videos, how to swing a bat correctly, where they broke it down into 3 fucking movements. If he got that thing going on, he would have knocked her out. I just love that one of them drives up in like one of those fucking motor cars because they can't fucking walk. So you're thinking like, oh, maybe you have some sort of disease. Maybe you're paralyzed. I don't know what the fuck's going on with you, but I respect that you're in that thing, and I'm going to get out of the way. And all of a sudden, she fucking stands up like some preacher put his hand on her forehead, and it turns out she's fine. And she's fighting and shit. So it really came, that was the most fascinating thing to me. It's like, so why are you in that motorized cart? Are you just fucking lazy? Or are you a genius? Because I got to admit, you ever seen those motorized cars? Those things can fucking fly. And there is an expression, why stand up when you can sit down? Why sit down when you can lie down? Why walk when you can drive? All you got to do is lay off the donuts and you're crushing it. Anyways, I don't know what to tell you. All right, that's the podcast for this fucking week. I'll put the link up for that. I don't have any crazy predictions for the finals. I think that they're going to go the way that they're going to go. You know, I think Chicago's going to win the cup, and I think Sacramento's going to win the title. And I'm happy for the fucking Warriors, man, if they win. And I'll be happy for the Cavaliers if they fucking win. I really like both of those teams, both those organizations and stuff. I just like them. You know what I mean? Neither one of them's won it for fucking ever. You really can't. If you're a true sports fan, you know, you got to be happy for either one. And then as far as the Stanley Cup goes, I'd love to see Tampa win because I'm a huge Steve Yzerman fan. And I've said this before. I just like Tampa in general. I like the Devil Rays. I still call them the Devil Rays. Fucking pussies down there. If we say Devil Rays, does that mean that we like the devil? Can we just call them the Rays? I mean, I'm getting nervous. Shit, I live on a houseboat right out in Clearwater, Florida. I'm just a regular man. I don't think for myself. I think if you say a word, that means this demon's going to come out. Might come right up out of the pitcher's mouth and bite the pitcher on the neck like a vampire, and then he fucking has lightning coming out his fingers. And we all turn into demons, and I never get to see my Lord and my Savior, Jesus Christ. Can we just call them the Rays? All right, that's the podcast for this week. Go fuck yourselves. And on Thursday, I'll check in on you.